Hello, this is FG back with you for Anbennar. Today we are playing as Bluehart, which is one of the Luna Civic miners. Alright, we are a loser of the Lilac War because we sided with Demiria. We obviously lost. Housewives understand this better than princes. Most of history marches on our feelings. One does not drag one's feet to the name day of a spoiled, tedious debutante because one hopes to find a penny in the pie. One does so because the girl's mother is sentimental, and for 3 sacred hours of the night has the exclusive ear of the alderman. The mistake you make, dear boy, is that you think the norms of discourse are pointless because they are ridiculous. Quite the opposite. It is because they are ridiculous that they carry power. The endless swirl of invitations and counter-invitations is a gauzic fabric with which we clothe ourselves and which makes us difficult to attack. It makes us normal, predictable, and familiar to one another. Padded with our gauze, we try not to cry out when we are stabbed. As such, no enemy can be sure when he has hurt us. Equally, should the blood soak through our fabric, all grievances are magnified. A little blood creates a fearsome stain, so we become bigger than we are. Struck by the light of the correct lamp, our little polities throw the shadow of the great empires. One drop of blood seems to flow, and small kindness seems the very pillars of civil and political life. By which I mean to say, darling, you do have to come. Thomas of Avalesna, the Green Widower, private correspondence. Remember, outsmart and outwit. Alright, so, what we want to do, reinforce the Emperor. This one seems quite easy. Action, issue an embargo. Alright. Okay, nope, we don't need that right now. What else do we need? We can get 2 more. And then we can go with this. And we want to get some allies of some type. Lex makes an excellent ally. Istrolar hates me. And what I want to do, I want to go ahead and set those provinces as ones we want. We don't actually want them, but we do. Local vanquished. The embargo. Alright. So what we need is a general. Alliance from Napes Bay. Yes, we will take that. And how many alliances can we have? 5. No, that won't work. That probably won't work. That won't work. Wisdom. Alright. Current ruler is absolutely terrible. Just want strong allies. Nickcliff, about them. No. Good relations there, and then what else? Greatest friend. Okay. military advisor. Alright. Lacking as a free city the benefits of a vast rural levy, we cannot field armies the same way as the kingdoms and duchies of the Empire do. The closest thing we have to a military, our city guard, has never been a force of press-gang, pockmarked peasants, but rather instead a guild of guardsmen akin to any other corporate association. This need not be a hindrance, however. The tough lessons of the Fourth Lilac War is the absolute requirement of a loyal local force which can go on the offense, that we might never be caught out again. Let us communicate this need to a guild, which is used to speaking in terms of business, and in turn of establishing an army all the stronger for choosing to fight. Alright. What we want to do is get rid of them. Right. Turn that down. I do want to platform trade here. Transfer trade there. Do not care. Okay, so... This guy kind of sucks, so we are definitely getting rid of him. Newcomer to the court, what lies broken? Quiet place. Come on, man. Just want one stability. And then we'll need to... You know what, let me go ahead and just do this. And then I will also build a spy network here. Promising trader. Okay, good. Anyone else who might... Magisterium could be good. Lane Spinar, I suppose. Get a Magisterium. Alright, whatever. And then, yeah, build a spy network up here. And we will be able to do this very soon, which is great. Now we just need to hand out patronage of the arts. Alright. We, cities of the Luna, learned to our cost the price of solitude, each pulled in our own direction by the Fourth Lilac War. We have seen great destruction in a conflict which benefited us not a whit. Regardless of which side we were pulled onto, regardless of neutrality, troops marched and pillaged through the river valley. They paid scant heed to our sovereignty or independent history, often torching the territory of cities that were technically on their side. What did we learn from this? First, that we can never again allow ourselves to be pawns of a distant imperial power games. We must instead win them. Second, that our destiny lies within ourselves and the rich culture of the Luna watershed. Alright, so for the Luna River, I believe, yeah, Menibor was in the Rose. Naves Bay was neutral, and Bellicare was also neutral. This will get rid of those. Alright. There is a secondary condition of 25 spy network from all of the cities. I have done practice runs before, and it's just not worth it. Alright. I suppose I can ally with Necklip. It's one of my nations. And I can dissolve that alliance. Good relations here. Sesterand is an ally of the Emperor, which is good. I've seen them do that less in the recent games, but typically Sesterand is one of the nations that tends to ally Lex because they're both Rose Party members, so they get that initial bonus. Eyes in every corner. It is not so terribly murky as it sounds. In one town, we paid the ground rent of a humble herbalist, for who else but the ointment man learns of the scandals of the debauched? In another, an innkeeper jealously guards the secrets of a drunk against everyone but us. It is precisely because we seek no conflict that they do these things. Peace is a fragile thing, and ignorance is its enemy. I need those coins, but I will take them. Alright, so that's done. Here's a bureaucrat. Okay, he's old. That's unfortunate. And what is he? Righteous. Yeah, Stellos. And we gotta do this every time we can. Chesterfield. These the temples. I need to do one of those relatively soon. Alright. So I need to get to Benin. Cancel there, cancel there. Get that. this there. Get it right here. Cancel it right there. Get it right there. Right there. Just dash. Right, and then we'll cancel that. Cancel that. Yeah. Alright. And we're just gonna have to use our sway. Alright. The tedious and the socially inept dismiss government as a question of structures or edifices. Their glum sanctimony wins them no favors among those who actually rule. When we approach, it will be with both the effusive adoration of a cleverly overworked hymn and adroit compliments to a man's hair, over which one understands he frequently frets. Let others fruitlessly court the emperor. We shall court the person. Alright. Let's go ahead and improve this. Okay, you need to punish them. And then we want... Okay, we gotta give more privileges to the aldermen, adventurers, and magisters. Aldermen can get... Okay, counselors, that's 3 for the aldermen. 2 for the adventurers. 2 for them. Okay, next we need to do an agenda for the aldermen. Meritocratic rule, republicanism, political dynasties. Okay, let's do this. And then here we would actually encourage development. Renaissance, hurrah! Alright, so now we get the city guard, which means we can effectively have 13,000 men in the field as an OPM, which is pretty good. Need to ally... Well, we go with lesbian. Relations here. Do aldermen in the officer corps. We can't do that because we do not have the manpower. Oh, they just got Orston back somehow. That's interesting. Favored by the gods. Let's do stab cost modifier, I guess. Social mobility. We can do this. Get that. Praise Pariah. Okay. Legacy of the Heart Lord. There it is. Solve it ourselves. Sure. This is actually a good opportunity for me to fight some battles. Hey, maybe not. Let's just hold off and wait. There's Des Moines. Solve it ourselves. Election. Okay, this guy's good. Like this though. This. Clergy, no. should wait. Yeah, we can let the gnomes do their thing. Tea culture faceting. Hurrah! Oh, that's excellent. Okay, so I can arrival. Test our land. Do not have quite enough. I need to build a temple in the capital. Yeah, I do that. Quite a lot of money for me. Let's do a dipper rep, and then... Yeah, this guy's gonna be reelected. Corn pots. Do that. We take this. We want to build that. Okay. All states loyalty 60 or greater. We can give out. Okay, they. Economy actions, offer knowledge sharing to Bled. Greatest friends. Alderman and the officer corps is going to be an issue though. Need another ally. Scamper, Corvaria. Armies, force limit. Corvaria has a force limit. Pretty high force limit. Yeah, I'll pay that extra. And in return, need to fight a war. Heritage. Stone Rebuke, 100 ducats. Can't do that. Sons of the 21st. Yeah, we're keeping him. And then finalize the right of re-election. Force a re-election, we're keeping him. Alright, he's 41. Pretty good mana point generation. That. And then Armani Temple. Regulations. City League. Anbennar means unity. League together with us. The free cities are weak alone, but collectively... welcome to the League. Alright, innovation of the gnomes. Yeah, do that. Alright, unrest, global trade power. Yeah, that's good. You also get 2 more infantry. We're gonna have a really big army given how tiny we are. We can actually dissolve that alliance. Admin tech. Espionage. Let's go. Yeah, let's do espionage first. Let me do this. And then we want to follow Ara. Okay, we can dissolve the alliance now. How much do we get from trade? Take that off. Write some favors here. Okay. What can I do? Tier adventurers. And yeah, it's gonna be a little bit painful. That will move them up towards 50. I really like money. Half of our money comes from knowledge sharing, which probably isn't super healthy. At full, we have 4. And then we can obviously get our, not our novice adventurers, where are they? City Guard, which will bring us up to 15,000 men, which is a pretty good amount. So now, add need that. Don't need that. I want custodianship over the Luna River. I just need to sway one more nation. How long do I have? Okay, yeah, we kept them swayed for a while. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Wars for the Luna, we'll do that later. Sesterand is the big one we're gonna have to fight. So we can get Corvuria on side. You can call in Napes Bay as well and just not give them anything. Who hates Sesterand? I can have relations with them. Military tech, which means we can get better infantry, which means Demirian Longbowmen. It's not worth it. We're just gonna lose it whenever we hire our mercenaries. Power the Aldermen. Alright, so this is now done. Just need to get that. And we're gonna have to keep this guy because we need all of the points possible. These two hate each other. Okay, I gotta do this. Iron Moss. Timber Fort owner. We can actually take that off. Ability, improve relations there. Good for them. See how the Adresians. is 2 diplomatic relations. Economy, give subsidies. How much do they make? Magisterium. MMM. I can give him 1 bucket. Subsidies. Just give them 2 ducats. Alright. Does that count as swayed? Does not. Alright, but we can do this. Our greatest friends. Monarchs must fear their estates, for the will of the one forever struggles with the desire of competing interests. Along the Luna, we understand that the struggle is simply what life is, and we do not resent it. Peace is not one man who has had his way by force. It is the jovial arguments of old friends at the pub, the canny haggling each morning at market. Let us embrace our estates not as stubborn impediments to change, but as partners who will lead us in the grand dance of civilization. Okay, I do want to take this away, though. Off. Can't take that. City guard. Oh, that doesn't actually cost professionalism. Does anyone else want knowledge sharing? Everthill. Oh, that's good. How close are they to having it in their capital? Not actually all that close. Okay, we should make some money from them then. And then we want improve relations with our allies, obviously. Do that. Go ahead and build that in our capital. We'll probably need it eventually. Alderman and officer corps. Okay, once we get that, we will be able to do a liberation casus belli. How much sway do we have? 3. Okay. You know what, I am really desperate for power, so I'm actually going to help them out. Or not power, but, what's it called? Farm expedition. Okay, that's like nearly 1. God, how long has that been on? Take that. Spine out construction. Suppose I can take this with the, what's it called? Oh, I need another diplomatic advisor. Trade efficiency. I'll take this too for the innovativeness. Election, we're keeping the guy. Sound like 49. Okay. Build that. Border friction. Yeah, that's fine. Starve the vultures. Ryland Temple. Wex. Okay, so what do we need to do? Send gift. Alright. Across the long churn of Imperial history, the cities of the Luna have suffered greatly indeed. In moments of weakness, market town after market town has been ripped from the watershed by one of the many circling powers. These scavengers have little regard for our traditional local legislatures, imposing erratic taxes and excise duties to sate the appetites of their distant sovereigns. They are not popular. It is time we struck on multiple fronts. Our friends along the merchants will whisper the slogan to any who might repeat it: protect the Luna, starve the vultures. We will offer relief funds to guilds that join our boycott against these outsiders, patronize promising artists who will rail against the current state of affairs. Soon, all the Empire will know the peoples of the Luna hate their occupiers. Then we will go to the Diet, calling in every favor we have won through our influence. When we arrive, it will be upon a wave of public feelings incontestable in our righteousness. The Empire of ours is an unpopular beast at times. Any honest citizen confronted with bureaucratic creakings of their local archival guild must admit at least a momentary longing for simple power of the war chief, who with the swing of an axe may drive new borders into the map of Halan. Yet we long too for childhood, for the straightforwardness of games amongst these trees. Both such longings are sweet and illusory, and mature societies must learn to put them aside. Beloved Diet, the ducal representatives here today speak of simple answers, and it is true that they speak simply. A simple answer: allow the states of the Empire to feud like petty chieftains. The simple answer: give all credence to junior crowns who claim their prerogatives of the Emperor. A simple answer: spit on the legal traditions of all Anbennar. I come here, then, to ask you to think with complexity, to flex your legs beyond the knee jerks. Those powers who encroach upon the ancient privileges of our valley undermine a principle of law which has lasted since old Demeria, that there are principles greater than princely greed, and Polis, as a sovereign institution, could hold equal legitimacy to a dynastic bloodline. You have heard the calls in the street: starve the vultures. As we know that the Emperor will heed these cries, make the brave choice. Do not stand by mutely as brigands tear the Luna Valley bare. Rion, Bianch, Bluehart, on the rightful sovereignty of legal states along the lunar watershed, and those that seek to overharry them. Alright. So with that, we can take them. We will prepare. Okay, is there any reason... Legstam fighting a different war. X would not join. Why would this destabilize Corporia? They don't have truces. Let's take a save. Now I want to use our sway, demand custodianship over the Luna. Napes Bay. A gift from the Gone. Yeah, for 15 years, extra stuff in the capital. Napes Bay a vassal. Alright, good enough. The skeptic and the zealot share a misapprehension that a temple exists merely to be a temple. The sacred precinct and its walls are all very well and good, of course. One must respect the gods, but what grows up around a temple is something else entirely. Across the street, a columned galley rents spaces from which the eager pilgrims snap up lunch, devotional incense, statuette mementos, and promenade. The priests of the temple dormitory weave tapestry works of exquisite beauty, followed by the commissioning of a local potentate. Across the darling little piazzas where the priests beat their fronds in the spring, friends meet and romances blossom. It is said the Luna is a place where the dame is revered, and this is true, but all the many gods of the Regent Court have a village or two for which they serve as the beating heart. The more smoothly these run, the better for all of us. Alright, so we're doing that. Okay. I'm gonna do a liberation. I really don't want to do that right now. So we are simply going to do something else, which is do that, and then we'll use our sway. Make Napes Bay a vassal. Yes, Taunts of True Faith. Okay. There's an artist. Made for half off is pretty good. City Guard is 48 ducats. Lex obviously will not join because they're the Emperor. It'd be possible for me to do that, I don't believe. Don't know why they don't. Maybe it's because I insulted them earlier. Oh, didn't mean to click that. city guard. Adventure, city guard. What's our army tradition like now? 24.9. Declare a liberation. Alright, Wars of the Luna. War in earnest once again comes to the Luna Valley, but with an altogether different character. The blood that spills into her waters will no longer be shed for the benefit of distant monarchs, lacking as they do any respect for our ways. Instead, the sacrifice we give her will make this place secure and strong. There will come a time soon when the Queen of Rivers shall flow tranquil and easy, her waters only gently stirred by the dipping of oars. No foreign vultures tear at her dignity, no crooked seneschal trade her parts away. Listen well, princes of the Empire, the Luna is no border, but a heart. Alright. Shit, this guy sucks. So from Bellicare, kind of want to annex them and then release them as a vassal. For these three, I'm obviously going to release them as vassals. Maybe I need to go back. And then we gotta take tag. Yeah, I just have one issue, which is where's the opinion map mode? I know I had it here. Oh, here it is. Vern, they have 100 relations. Sesteran, they have 100 relations. Enough that we can actually move our troops. We'll deal with that. next? Follow of many gods works pretty well. We want to go... Yeah, home maintenance is good. Need to declare war with liberation. Keep him. Alright, now let's take a save. And then we do Wars of the Lunar. Okay, that is a significant weapon down. If I can get Bellicare out... that would be amazing. Alright. He can simply, with Bellicare, Alliance, transfer trade power, give me more rights. Compensation. Beauty celebration. Areas, Winter River Basin. So for Verne, here what I want is that. Goes to me. Is this a Luna River Cities province? No, just a Luna River Basin. So we do this. Monty Temple. Oh yeah, I can hand this one. And then get that done, and then I can do that. Let's do this one. Let's actually go deal with them. They didn't actually have anywhere to retreat to, I don't think. Alright, so for Vern, if they're gonna make me siege down their capital, then I am going to make them pay. Now you're gonna make me siege down the capital. You're gonna pay for it. Good burn. Alright, that's done with. You know, if I'm here, and Ibivar is going to make me siege down this thing. Then I'm going to hand that province off. Keldir have provinces taken? Did. Ibivar, return that. More reps, cash. Keeping him. Make everyone mad, while this makes some people mad. You can do this. Good Bureaucratic ideas, because they're quite good. Alright, so Ibivar, cash. Sisterian. Alright, they surrendered. so for them, this. Let's actually try that, and then do these two over to me. Acceptable. Alright. Fortunate. Yeah. Alright, that's fine. But this does make people a little bit upset at me. If I'd have waited and taken this, it would have been a lot better, but that's fine. Alright, so... also would like to... before we actually start doing that, let us do relations right here, do relations right here. I want to do Demirian heritage, foreign plots. Right. Keep that off. Exit. Embargo. Alright. That's fine. Let's revoke the embargo. Yep, do that. And then there's the relations. Relations right there. This one can go. Eventually, I'm going to declare war on Gallane, and then we can do a 2-for-1 where we can liberate both of those. So that's maximum. You have improved relations here, so I can do that. This can be... so I can come right here and can't do that. I can do that. Nara. There it is. No expense. That, and then we just need Cool. Bellicare. Haven. Two. Take that, obviously. Okay. You know what? The mercenaries can be relieved of duty for the moment. Alright. Alliance, level 2 trader. Okay, so that's 100. 95. This done, and Anbennar just needs a gift. And then that off. Relations here. Alright, Demirian heritage. The history of an independent Bluehart extends as far back as Demeria itself, far exceeding that of our siblings along the Luna. Such precedent matters, particularly if we intend to argue for the independence and vitality of our region's distinct culture. Ours is a city which has retained a militarized nobility even as a republic, and which emphasizes the rule of the very best. We need not shrink away from that history, but embrace it as a fundamental basis of our legitimacy. Here we eventually want the regimental camp, which will be next level. Alright, upper lineup, full board. Oh, final flight of the Ascani. Alright, take that off. Are these Luna River provinces? Yes, they are. So that means that network. Additionally, I would like to improve outrage countries. Yeah, force sway. Alright, buy shade. That's excellent. Now what that means is I can come here and do strong duchies. Means that. Okay, all two of these guys are free cities. One of these is a free city. Burn. Alright. Our city has established itself as the forceful head of an informal coalition of the Luna. But for all that we cherish the power of personal ties, such ties can be fickle. If we seek to reinforce one another's sovereignty and fend off bigger imperial states for longer than a couple of decades, we will need to find ways of formally resolving our disputes and building consensus for mutual action. Thus, our fundamentally urban government must begin to look beyond the city limits and build bridges across the Luna, while still preserving the diverse character of the watershed. Nothing less than the fate of our people rests on our ability to strike this tricky balance. Alright, so we will get a ducat per month for 2 ducats per month. There we are. Give him support. For my deal, and then this will get done eventually. We have the manpower. West. Okay. Actually, we'll get a minute for... Yeah, I'll keep him. Republican tradition. House of Quills and Quarrels. As the heart of the cities were gutted in a frenzy of architectural ambition, each stone laid in tribute to the ideals of the Renaissance and rekindled admiration for the ancient Demirian Republic, one city more than any other emerged as the true seat of the Luna's administration. Bluehart, once merely a prominent trading hub, found its center dominated by a grandiose town hall, a monument to governance in all its bureaucratic splendor. Within its walls, towering courtroom chambers for diplomatic class and rows upon rows of desks for weary scribes promised order, at least the illusion of it. Most illustrious of all was the so-called River Chamber, an expansive room offering a breathtaking view of the Luna, its waters gleaming under the midday sun. It was a sight to stir the soul, to inspire reflection on the great tides of history, but the Lord Mayor, stepping through its doors, saw none of it. Nor did he admire the elegant marble engraving on the wall, perhaps because it was barely visible, drowned beneath an avalanche of parchment, each bundle bound in unmistakable lilac ribbon. Hundreds? No. Thousands of cases, all neatly filed, bearing the same damning mark: disputes between the cities, each one demanding the judgment of the fledgling Confederacy's authorities. Ah! Splendid timing, came a voice, chipper and unreasonably optimistic. From behind the stacks peeked a young gnome, eyes alight with the peculiar joy of a woman who had long since surrendered to the madness of numbers. Based on my latest projections, factoring in case flows, adjudication rates, and diminishing will to live, if we begin this very moment, we should have a backlog cleared in, about 10 years, give or take a minor revolt, shall we? Perfect. Maybe we shall finish just in time for my retirement. Alright, he's probably gonna die pretty soon then. Solving the disputes. The delegation from Byshade. Alright, let's do this one. Now we need tech. Alright. And here we can fabricate a carbon galleon. And then bridging the gap. Minimum prices. And the bid should be Belcarry. Oh. Dog. Let's do some fairy tale nonsense about a poisoned apple. Rest. Abolished. All of these provinces have kind of insane separatism. Yeah, we can take that, and then we can go to the artisans. Waste of money. State patronage. No, I can't afford it. Nope, not you. Gallane. How upset is everyone still? Not too bad. Do the city guards. Done. Wesdam. I guess Wesdam will not be joining us then. Hear ye, hear ye. The Imperial Parliament has affirmed temple rights. Sure. Why not? Hey, let's do... Did you hear about the Bi-Shade girl? Alright, so for this one, we're going to take these two provinces and then release the Nolin. Is this a Luna River province? Yes, it is. Do I want to take it, though? We shall see how much aggressive expansion I have left over. Right. Ensconce stands. Hurrah! Alright, this comes over to me. Okay, that's not much of a problem. A daughter most pretty. This deeply excited. Valkyrie. Okay. Delicare. I'm just gonna try and pick Nape Spay, Canalay. East Briders. Okay, I'm gonna have to take whatever. Favored by the gods. It's not worth it. We're gonna die pretty soon anyways. Alright, so for Fistralore, release them, more reps, cash. Let's do a diplomatic campaign. Personality does dude have? Naive enthusiast. Alright, with Manara. This one. Can't take this. Alright. Excellent. The war for wheat has devastated East Sprite. Use birds. Alright. Rezia. Alright, we can get rid of this fort. This fort. Alright. Okay, we can go pick on Menebor. Do we have any sway? We do, of course. Corruption. Take that. Alright, so that means all of the Luna River is free. All the Luna River cities are free, plus a good portion of the Luna River Basin. Oh, that's a Inferno province. Basically, I think the only ones left are Old Tower and that one. And right here. Commandant is dead for now. We're gonna need those two provinces and this one. Doing pretty good though. Noisy neighbors. Edgar needs to keep a handle on these things. Solving the disputes. Okay. These appease the temples. Yeah, I can do that. Revelations. Yeah. Pike and shot. Untimely deliveries. Yeah, they don't care about Canada as much. Solving the disputes. Dog dies in this one. Doing pretty well. Canada. Now, what if we do this? Okay, what if we go 1, 2, 3? One for the advisor cost reduction. His name was Truffles. Solving the disputes. We can do Allen's Bridge. Elections. How old is this guy? 53. Let's do Diplomat candidate. I can do Balgar. Okay. Okay, I really need to take that next tech. Can't swim with pikes, don't jump in the Luna. Should dedicate myself to Balgar. A 7 years still might be a little bit too much. Yeah, I'll take one. This, transfer trade there, transfer trade there. We want to improve all the outraged countries. Yeah, there's really too many more. Yeah, I think I've checked this already, but there's what? I think there's 2 that are out of our control or out of the Winter River Miners. Okay, I suppose we can do this for now. Piss them off. Right. Hashani unity. It's a funny thing to be united by our fractiousness, to be a people of the borders of blends. Old Demeria took as its ancient standard the famous Demerian blue, and for centuries the rich red of Vern has bled over the hills into our culture. We are neither of these in both. More importantly, we are ourselves. As we have faced our enemies as a league again and again, it has become clear for all that we argue like siblings. This is precisely what we are. One family, one fundamental people. We are Pashani, the folk of the Purple River. As dye mingles in the shallow metal pans, we have buffeted against our edges, washed together into something entirely new. Let all the Empire tremble when we finally surge as one. We are the only ones who converted to Pashani. Of course we are. Don't know if that totally works. do Armani Temple, take foreign loans, use Docksbridge, sure. Where is that? Economy action, send gift. Oh, she doesn't need to be 20. Right. Good. Good. Alright, now we need to just humiliate a rival. Who are we rivaling? Don't want to fight them. San, on the other hand. Who are they fighting against? Goblins. Right. Okay, so we need some people with 20 development. Okay. No, let's go another diplomat candidate. Why do so many people hate me? Where are the dwarves in my nation? Oh, right there. Corvaria. Alright. Favors. So I can't actually take the problems, which is fine. Nolan, flickering candle. Another competitor. Alright, that's fine. Commands, good to see. Alright, so with Magdallier, I'll just pay for it myself. Do that. Still do trader for half off? No, it's still like this person. Okay, something I will actually do is building. Spy network there. I can get 2 of them. Cash. Okay, let's do... Who is the Emperor rival to? Sure. Insult. Take that. And then... Khaled. need to take that. Let's dissolve that alliance. So we can actually develop this a few times. This guy's allied to anyone? They're allied to Magdallier and... Okay, I can do that. Election... Let's do a military candidate. This one... network there, and then we want to take this, so we can build a regiment camp right there. Military divided suitability. Sons of the 21st. Bluehart's origins are synonymous with the 21st Heart, the Demirian legion whose lodging and fortress formed the basis for Bluehart as a settlement. Though much of the sprawling military complex fell to ruin centuries ago, the seat of the Heart Lord remains in good condition, still often used for ceremonial purposes by a Republican city government. As we reassert the distinct identity of the Luna Valley, the need for an organized central complex for our military becomes more acute. Let the 21st march for the first time in a millennium, crying freedom for their distant grandchildren. Alright, so we get a training field. Infantry. Has a very good general. Okay, so Denolin. Alright, Minivore is also going to be a free city. No one is willing to join us. Fine. Mural of Castellar. Okay. So what I really want is these provinces and then this. And go fight Siege Gebert down a little bit. Truce with the Nolan is up. Okay, so if I don't take it here, that's 12, 14. I think it's pretty much the same, but I'll do it like this, so I don't have to pay. So I pay a few less Diplo points. Alright. Other people, invite the elves in. Alright. They have a sway now. Results of the refugee policy. Good. Okay, Gibbert. Head this way, and in doing it, I will also help Lex out. It's fine. Taking the prestige. Definitely take that. Goods produced modifier is excellent. I think I'm not toward the end of it. Yeah, that's good. This guy's righteous. Alright, I need to Castellos. Alrighty. Excellent. That doesn't make too many people upset. That's good. Right. Go to tear. Okay, I do have subsidized cold hunters down though. Let's do another old bastard. Okay. with them is up in 8 years. These guys are also a free city. They are mine. I don't want to do that yet because I want to get that extra. Okay, so in total I need 4, 8, 12, 16. I can reduce the number I need by annexing Denali. Down to 12. And ideally, if I were to no CV them, that would be bad. And do this, that will get me up to 6 develop or 6 sway. So I can get 5. I'm gonna develop this just in case. There goes my statesman. Great guy. And we missed. So I can do that. Here, I need to develop this. Urge development. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do a. Where's the economy button? Send gift. Yeah, we can't do that quite yet. Off. Better administration. Good. Yeah, it just needs to be 20. Two sway. 2, 3, 4, 6 sway. Other colonialism. And it doesn't quite work. Port can actually go away. We'll keep these 3. Get one more, that'll be 5. Cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spy network there. Did I accidentally grant estate statutory rights? Elections influence the estates. Calling diet no longer increases influence. $45,000. What if I tell you to reduce opinion of... Where is it? And then we want Anara. Who's a good person I can ally? Busalar? I don't know for alliance to Busalar. Also, Varian's a thing. Look at that. Sonators. Of course. Elysium, that piece of shit. Do this. Conquest. How many more men can I get? 5,000? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do that. wait, Lawrence runs this. Shit. Alright, it looks like I cannot do this then. I don't hardly ever fight the Empire when I play, or fight the Emperor when I play, so I don't even remember how that worked. Okay. One, two, three. This one come off, obviously. Fashion. Okay. Fuck, I just want more sway. Wait. I do actually have something, I forgot about it. These guys. How close am I to having enough favor? Not close at all. Okay, declare war. Takes 3, which is hard. Well, I suppose if I declare war on these two, that saves me. That still ends up being a game for me. Okay, just 3 more months. I can get these two. So that'll be 2 more. Means I lose 3 from calling them in. Or, suggesting impartiality. But then I gain 2 from doing that mission. But then I save 8 because I don't end up needing to use the thing to vassalize them. So do not that. This. Suggest impartiality. I need to bombard them. Diplomats. Okay, and then we'll do that. And then take this. Means I can also take this. Losing control. Shit. Province war score cost. How old is this guy? 53. Sail the Agresians. I'll go with the artisans. You know what, we'll keep him. Fuck me. Thank God that's over. Alright, that one's already done with. Veterans, city guards, artisans, got some loans. Maintenance. Okay, yeah. Be really great if I could knock Busalar out of this war. I will go sit on their capital and see if that'll make them surrender. Busalar. I will take that cash. I prefer to pay off that loan, to be honest. Sponsor for an adventure, Fencewood. Economy action. Let's go. This army was there too. Alright, so we can do that. The more we sell, the more we grow. Let's spy network there. Economy action, send gift. Alright. That's 1, 2, 3. So I need to get this one for 11th Pantheonic Council. Human migrants arrive. Okay. So when we do this, I don't think we're even gonna... Yeah, we can just do this mission, get our points, and then be done. What is this guy? 58. 36. Okay. Off. Alright, now we can do the moon emerges. The light of old Demiria once touched the rolling hills of the Luna Valley, and the river shimmered in response. But we have reflected the light of others for too long. What we create now is something new, culturally confident and independent of the Empire, even as we remain part of the Empire. Can it be said that there is a distinct culture in this place, where for so long princes and their arrogance have left a little of themselves with each visit? It's high time we found out. Alright. Rent. Rent. Galed. Let's go ahead and see land. How much sway do we have now? 8. Studying ship over the Lunar Rivers. Studying ship over the Lunar Rivers. Alright, and now we want to go what's here. Like that. Confederated Customs. Long have we chafed under the yoke of foreign powers who impose the idiosyncratic and pointless custom levies which hinder the mutual exchange of the Luna states. This region, fertile and wealthy, could be the trading heart of the Empire, were it not for this constant interference. By nature, we are a set of cities who tend towards free trade. To the removal of the barriers which impede commerce, it is time we turn this cultural convention into formal agreement, mutually disarming our tariffs, and giving every guild in the valley a shot in the arm. So directed, we may in time threaten the dominance of even Anbennar or Dame's Crown. Alright, we don't need to do that anymore, but that means we have everyone under control. The narrow streets of our urban centers have rarely seen much call for charging cavalry. Even travel in the Luna Valley is best done by barge, the guardsmen of Luna cities fighting as skilled men not on horseback. Thus, where others see uncertainty in this new age of cannons and rifles, we see opportunity. What fear does to the guardsman have when the artillery corps at his back has already blown apart the cavalry charge from their fixed buttresses out of the Luna fortress? When he and his mates may pick off the fops courser in a single volley. Those who have so long trampled over the Luna Valley will soon dread the sickening crunch of the bayonet and the lingering whiff of black powder. Alright, we can do like them. Get 6 more. Alright, so we should have everything required for hatching. Who's dead? Do that. Full harvest. Let's do some allied to allies total Lex. I can get some Lex. Part of the company. Excellent. So with that, we can do the art of the company. Fools and tyrants constrict their guest list too tightly, but we know better than this. One seats the vulgar, swashbuckling Vernman mercenary captain by Lady Chelma, for she is unjudgmental and will make him feel immediately at home. In turn, the captain softens Lord Men, whose natural shyness may be circumvented only by giving him something gorgeous to look at. Men once thought is a picture of etiquette who earns you the priests. Thus a coarse sort of man is the grist in the oyster. Consider too. Now you have a reputation in both directions. You are the one willing to legitimize the lower ranks, and suddenly the bold and talented of little birth reveal themselves to you. At the same time, an unimpeachable nobleman in need of certain contacts attends your gatherings. He slips a message into the mercenary captain, not only to go home not only to go home and deride your choice of company. One does not hold a grudge, of course. The nobleman is merely saving face. Can't afford that right now. Yeah, fine. We're gonna lose our relation with Lex. Unless we improve relations a little bit. Alright. Nope, not that one. Access actions. Military access. Military access. Alrighty. Cancel. Cancel. Do that. Take back. Now get adventure bands. So we have basically no aggressive expansion. I am going to try and pop this event, and we shall see what happens. Remember at the end of it all, that all the small things we do are a means, not an end. The worst mistake is to forget oneself in the pageantry. The wise nobleman hides the dagger behind the brassard, yes, but he never puts it down, and he never forgets where it is. The Empire is a staggering thing, a grand structure of fate which he can scarcely predict. But the carriage is to veer off course. How imperative it is to be the one steering. But if the carriage is to veer off course. Cast-off daughters of Demaria, left with the bastard child by the provincial burn. This is how the world dismisses us up to now. The careful networks of influence and prestige which we have established around ourselves are no mere hobby, they are weapons of hostage. One who knows that sometimes ambition and power must be clothed in innocuous writ no longer. The electorate is a voice, a means of blackmail, and an engine of prestige all at once. More importantly, it now represents the voices of a coherent culture of the Luna, at times strongly accented, but ultimately sharing a commitment to self-determination. It is a prize and a role we cannot deny ourselves. We who have stepped out in every ballroom of the Empire have come to keenly recognize when the last dance is at hand. Long been buffeted by powerful neighbors turned against each other, yet in the last few decades a distinct political identity, bourgeoisie and ambitious, has finally begun to dominate the valley. The cities of the Luna have mastered the art of imperial influence while using offices and institutions of the Empire to protect themselves from far more powerful member states. They now seek to permanently assert their sovereignty. Though the petitioner hails from Bluehart, the petition is signed by every government of the Luna, and she makes clear they stand as one. She points to the Luna's history as a rich and integral part of Old Demaria and asserts the emergence of a distinct and vibrant way of life, the Pashani culture. Pointing to the endless divisions and subdivisions which foreign intervention has caused along the Luna, the delegate argues that it is high time for the Pashani to possess their own electorship, one which will protect the interest of the free cities of the river and ensure the Emperor must vie for their support. took a save before this, didn't I? Yes, I did. I can go ahead and do this. Alright, we're gonna have to sway this. I do believe. Open University. Relations here. How many free cities do we have at this point? Not many at all. What is this guy? Good. Let's just improve relation with neighboring countries. There goes the Cornites, Age of Unraveling. Great. Good for them. Should I get per month? 0.7. I'll take a loan. I'll tap gold loan. I'll go to the artisans. Yeah, debit the artisans. And then we'll do the Luna Stamp. Until now, the economy of the Luna Valley has been fragmented among competing spirited urban economies. A cultural principle of laissez-faire has defined the character of this competition as primarily free and open. Our weapons, not the clumsy tariff or the custom duty, but a fervent drive for specialization and high quality. Still, though, our aims have been too petty, too local. We have found rivals in one another. When together we could rival anyone in the Empire, it is time for an integrated trade and production policy, one which pools our assets for the purposes of industry. Each constituent city of the Luna Confederation will become a specialized powerhouse, its products marked with a trustworthy guarantee across every craft. The Luna Stamp signify a world-beating quality. Okay, so this goes Shed, Canalay. Where's the other one? East Bright. Which one's East Bright? This one's East Bright. Alright. Hano dances along the wooden beams. The light water flows beneath him, eager to join Mother Luna. A tangled bridge of scaffolding has grown out of the riverbanks like some bizarre whim, and soon the beams along which Hano's steps will support a roof, a covered bridge passing over 3 enormous water wheels. He will miss the strange freedom of this shortcut to work, the moment of the day in which he is neither son nor apprentice. He clambers from the scaffold into the old loom house by its upper window, and is at the seat in seconds. He is a quiet boy, daydream-led in his explorations, so his mother saw no warrior's path for him. He is so very good at this, though. When he presses his foot down, the flow of the river and fabrics are as one, and the linen which results is already equal of the adults. Conversation and gossip float around past him. Today it is Demirian blue and white, the interlocking diamonds of the Heart Lord. He must concentrate. From his skill and the power of the river is born the finest quality cloth in all of Canor. So we get a whole bunch of new trade goods. Education is fundamentally an accident of birth. Whether by aristocratic breeding or the magical spark, access to the greatest institution in Canor follows the whim of the gods. But as the eagle-eyed might point out, little of our unification is felt God's blessed. Indeed, only by guile have we outmaneuvered the institutions of the Empire, magisterium included, or the dynamic ambitions of the surrounding vulture states. Thus an idea that would die in any other court feels hardly radical at all. A new kind of university available to regardless of birth, to which all can pay or win private bursary. The potential of such an institution is limitless. It promises not only a newly distinct Pashani generation of scholars and statesmen, but a kind of educated urbanite who might genuinely change the world. Yep, just one province outside. Education for the poor. Do that. Here's our statesman. Yeah, we want the early gunpowder focus. Quite important. Adventurers, Pearl's Edge. Behold, issue an embargo against them. Alright. Yep. Alright. The Open University is a statement of intent, first and foremost, an institution designed to remain open to any who can pay their way or earn the requisite bursary, but is also a tool, a grand network of scholars and researchers which we have tapped through our imperial network of influence. We will need directions, and good centers of higher learning profit through specialization. What should our university reflect in us? What should it say about who we are? We march into the future. And food, vegetable, that's fine. Alright, we will need to fight 5 more battles, which is totally doable. Attack. That is Gun Knights, and then Pulverins. Aronsil. Revoke that embargo. Eastern Miriam, good. Tech. We'll do a bureaucratic thing. Flame. And then we can do Nara. Alright. Let's go declare war on them. Yeah, we will fabricate claims on the Minotaur loot. We can do Hero's Rest. Alright, who's willing to join in? These guys. I'm gonna sit right there. Thank you, Wesdam. So what I actually want is really just these 3 provinces. It's really not that much. Sack of Varen. Alright, so for Basan. And then actually I can take that. Where's transfer trade power? You defeat, force religion, humiliate, steer. Right, and here I would like this. That makes up some other people a little bit upset, and that's fine. Alright, and we can come over here and do administrative divisions. Excellent. Let's keep it at a modest level. Do this. Look at those pretty borders. The entire Arena River Basin. I forgot to fight battles that war. Who am I rival to? Pearl's Edge. Keep him. There's Rogeria. Start with that. Golden Age Piracy. How much I have to take out? Let's take 2 loans, some gift. Okay, so we now have 3. Try it again and see if it works any better now that we're just larger. It does. Alright. Magisterium, Vern. Wait, is Parlzad really voting for this? A complete victory. A Darling Lynn Corey upholster. A Wexinar draper and even a few glasses, few glass nothings purchased from an Esmeri market. The official complex of the Pashiani Elector reflects the cultural refinement and mastery of the river cities, bulging with goods from all over the empire. The curtains are, of course, in a rich Pashiani purple, while on the diet offices of the electors themselves, for now also the Lord Mayor of Bluehart, is an enormous map of Luna Valley and its surrounding, each member city marked out in a brilliant square and a brilliantly cut quartz. All these things have been won and influenced by the market expert management of the Diet's complex politics. Now a power with whom all must deal, the Confederation has arrived in earnest at the halls of imperial power, and will not be easily dislodged. Alright. Anbennar. Yeah, that's something I can give to the artisans. Try to build a ship. Is there anyone who would like to transfer their trade power? No. Oh, the owner of the song. I gotcha. Let's use our sway. No, I can't do that yet. Alright, curtain call. Although actually, no, I can't do that. Yeah, that. I want you to favors break your alliance with Pearl's Edge. And I can now hopefully come here and do nothing. Alright. That means private trade fleets. Alright, I want to check this and see if I actually lose access to the, what's it called? Sway. But that I could with winsome main forego this jeweled speech, this instinct for the stage. Ah, then, what seldom honor I would know, the wisest and humblest of my age. But look, what silver lights therefrom now breaks, the Luna's breath. The night shimmered gleams, not by humility her power wakes, but by frank audacity of dreams. Thus we Pashani newborn roar the course, no foppish seneschal pallor bid we cast, for empire sunders clean by naught but force, and by such means our purple colors fast. But this violet might now, formed of violet clay, I bid unite and end this shadow play. Okay, we'll keep him. Good now, declare Pashane. New techniques. Our guardsmen have taken to black powder with an almost fanatical adoration, recognizing immediately its power to level the gap between the bourgeoisie guildsman and the sneering aristocrat. Our natural system of regimentation, in which each city outfits and supplies its own force capable of independent operation or coordination, has proven itself intuitively suited for the disciplined practice of black powder warfare. The highly professional guild musketmen We once called city guards are these days more often referred to as simply the guards, an iron fist within a velvet glove, serving all of Pashain. Alright, so that was the main reason why I declared this war. It was literally just to get that single thing done. Here, I want transfer trade power. Celiand, steer trade, yeah. Alright, on this way. And we are good. Those guys can head south. quickly just want to get this done. Trade. Where's this going? Oh, we're almost there. Nobles of the Wand. Alright, transfer trade power, cash, forex. Sold. Sold here as well. More progress. Yep, that one. This one. Let's do improve relations here. Trade and then Anbennar. Pentecost. Alright. Union of States. This way. Tech trading Pentecost. Oh yeah, this one. Maintain balance of power. do like money. I do plan on getting a rich nation, so trade ideas actually is not bad. I can take all these off. Alright, this guy has me to protect trade and Anbennar cost. This has been a really long episode, but I want to form Pashane. Salt. Okay. Anything I can hand to them? Alright. The term taste is well chosen. For what we love in clothing, we learn from our environment, just as the dull Goetti tongue gains by black bread and pickles no appreciation for the subtle aromas of Linsenori wine. It should not surprise us, then, that as merry taste has unleashed upon the Empire a decadent profusion of gaudy ruffs and absurd, trifling headpieces, a perfect material incarnation of their decaying institutions, what we along the Luna comprehend is the subtle message of luxurious simplicity. One may glue a great amount of gold to a coat and swish it around a little, and one will market oneself as very well off indeed, but a beautiful pattern, flawlessly uniform, repeated across a single perfectly cut and carefully folded robe, that is a straightforward wealth of the night sky, the effortless shimmer of the river surface under a full moon. And after we do that, I'll now declare the Pashani Nation. Yes, please. So we want one here, one in the capital. It's probably going to ask us to do this anyways, so might as well. Alright. Alright. And that is where I shall end this episode. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day.